live. I'm live? What does this say? Orientation locked. Rotate device back. Okay, there we go. Hello, everybody. It's Jack Powers, also known as the Time Tracker, which I don't know exactly what that means. I guess I'm trying to keep track of time. Time really does control our lives, doesn't it? It goes by so fast when you're active and doing things, and then sometimes it just really slows down to a crawl, particularly when you're in prison. There's Rick B. What's up, Rick? You're the first one in, Rick. Glad to see you, man. Just wanted to talk a little bit. You know, there's a lot of things going on, but some of the stuff with the Federal Bureau of Prisons, the administration, the new administration of, I guess, Colette Peters. I don't know exactly who she is. I've seen a couple videos about her, but it seems like the Federal Bureau of Prisons is breaking down. I mean, it's been broke down for a while, but they have like these hearings in the Congress. I think it's in the Senate tomorrow or Friday, maybe Thursday. No, Rick, I'm not done with the Chronicles yet. I'm just trying to take a little bit of a break and revitalize my emotional state. I want to continue with it. There's so much more. I mean, a lot more to all that. So yeah, I do want to continue with the Chronicles, but I also want to get on this other track a little bit where, I can lighten up for a minute and just kind of get back into the flow of ordinary life because, quite frankly, it takes a lot out of you to relive those moments and to be caught up in that mental atmosphere all over again. It's not enjoyable recounting some of these scenarios and memories. I think it's for a good purpose, but I just have to be careful about how far I go, with my own peace of mind, how much I want to do at any one time. But no, I'm going to continue them for sure. I'm going to continue. There's only 60 of them, so right now, so I'm definitely going to continue. There's probably like hundreds more, but yeah, I'm going to get back on that probably in a couple of weeks or something. Yeah, 6 years is pretty good. That's a pretty good bit. I mean, people say, 6 years, I did 45. Well, look, I remember when I was in the U.S. Marshals Holding Facility in Tampa, Florida, back in 1989, and I had a young guy, he went up, he got sentenced, he got like 10 years. He had some kind of a white-collar case, fraud or something. And they brought him back to the tank next door to our tank. Our tank was pretty full. The one they put this fella in was empty, and he was just crying. He was crying. He just broke down. And a couple guys from our side of the tank were, like, they were kind of demeaning him a little bit, like, what are you crying about? 10 years, these feds, they give out time like it's nothing. I mean, people have natural life sentences and getting 60 and 80 and 100 years for nothing, a few little drugs or a dry conspiracy or something. What are you crying about? And one of the marshals stepped up and he said, guys, I want to tell you, 10 years to him might be like 100 years to you, or like a life sentence to you. So, give him a break. And I'll never forget. But any time inside a cage is a long time. Any time is a long time. Really is. And people get caught up in these circumstances and, find themselves inside a cage and can't do anything about it. Not really. I mean, you either, you can get on the trying to escape ticket, or you can get on the, okay, let's just get with this and join this lifestyle ticket. But, by that time, it's a little too late to be second guessing. I mean, most people, I think, I'm not sure, but I think most people at a certain point in time, they decide, well, maybe I don't like this so much. Maybe this cage shit ain't for me. And I know that at a certain time, I came to that conclusion. I came to the conclusion, hey, this cage shit ain't for me, man. I don't want to be a prisoner. I think I could do better than this. I think I've got more about myself where it can be better than this. I mean, life in a cage is the equivalent of no life at all. But the Bureau of Prisons going through a lot of changes right now. There's Senate hearings that are taking place, I think, tomorrow. So that's going to be Senator Dick Durbin, the same senator who was actively involved in the ADX litigation. So he's a senator who has his finger on the pulse of this thing and has been interested for many years. If they're talking about mental health, and I guess that's what they're focusing in on, is all the suicides and preventable acts of self-harm and so forth that have been happening in the Bureau of Prisons, and mental health issues. It's a big deal. I mean, we cut a wide path with our class action lawsuit. We really put some work in on that thing and got some stuff done. But at the end, I mean, as these things go, it was kind of ended up being a fiasco. The government was over a barrel. We had them on the ropes. I mean, it was a hard liver shot and a left hook to the head, and they were against the ropes and about to go down, and all of a sudden, one dude and one legal secretary, brought the whole thing down. I mean, it was craziness. This secretary started to have an affair with one of the plaintiffs in the lawsuit. And, it'd been going on for a little bit. They'd been on the phone. They had this little thing going where, they each had different names for each other. And she had set up a couple of different cell phone accounts. And, he was calling her right and left. And, he got her to start sending in dope. There's Dom, my main man. All right, Dom. It's going good, man. It's going good over here, Dom. How's it going for you, brother? Hope it's all well over there. But yeah, the secretary started, sending in some drugs and stuff in the legal mail, so they got caught. And, come to find out, and she was the main secretary, so, for the main lawyer for Ed Arrow. And so, they got caught up in all that. And it was almost a serious fiasco. It was almost like, the secretary going to prison, going to jail and prison. I mean, she easily could have. And, probably, if not for somebody stepping in to save her and to save what was left of the case. And, you know, it didn't come to much after that. They had to settle out. But mental health was always important, very important. Yeah, the warm weather, man, it does something, right? Get out, get a little sun on your head, get a little sun on your face. It feels good, right? It's nice. It's nice to feel the warmth and to have a little bit of sunshine, especially after a lot of cold or snow or rain or whatever. Yeah, it's nice to have a little sunlight. That's what I look forward to too. I like to get out and just walk a little bit, get some exercise in. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy the fresh, free air. I remember how difficult it was to get any sunlight when I was at the ADX Supermax in Florence. I have to go out. You couldn't get out there at a certain time of the day. You just had to go whenever they come to get you, right? So, you might get a little sliver down in one corner of that rec cage. If you're on the right side at the right time of the day, you might get a little sliver for a while. And, those little slivers of sunlight were fantastic. There's Diggity Dank. Man, yeah. Haven't heard from you in a while, man. Yeah, I've been MIA. I know that, but I'm around, I'm back. I'm putting in the work. I'm doing what I can, A lot of things going on. And, I also try to enjoy my life a little bit. This time that I have to enjoy. And it's all good, man. But I'm glad to hear from you, that's for sure. Yeah, everything's good over here. Just, trying to keep up with a lot of different stuff. I mean, there's always something to do around here, always something to fix or to build or to redo or some kind of a chore. A lot of the neighbors have things that they need done. Some of them are disabled and can't do them themselves. So, I'll step in and try to help them out as much as I can. There's just not enough time in the average day to get everything done that I would like to do. But, most days if I can complete 2 or 3 or 4 things, yeah, I mean, that's good enough. I'm not trying to burn out the world or burn out myself or anything else. I'm just trying to go sort of with the flow and just kind of cruise along. And hey, Marsfield. All right, brother. Yeah, I'm a little bit. I like to get up early. It depends on what your definition of early is. I like getting up early and going at it. But I get up maybe 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock is the latest, but I wouldn't call that an early riser. I think you're talking about maybe 5:30, 6, which is what I prefer, but, I'm not going to get up that early if I don't have anything pressing. If I do, I can always jump up. But usually I'm just kind of laying there anyway, sort of between sleep, just thinking and kind of just chilling, just meditating, just riding the wave, man. Just riding the wave of life, human life. And, just being all right with everything, my dad, my dad came down with, he's 88 though. My dad's real old. He came down with leukemia a little bit ago, about a month or 2 ago. We went over there to see him, try to see him. We were blocked by his wife. Our whole side of the family was blocked, apparently, by his wife. So, oh, yeah. I forgot. Yeah, you're in a tight spot with that, Marsfield, because yeah, that's their safety and well-being comes first. I mean, that's a priority right there. Uh, I don't have any kids. I do, but they're of the canine type. So yeah, that's a big responsibility, and kudos to you for being on point like that, making sure that they're getting there safely, and hopefully they have some kind of an effective curriculum at the school that's going to some type of an effective security system first, and then secondly some kind of effective curriculum as to teaching them how to be decent, or at least supporting their education in how to become decent human beings. And then of course the academics are, in my mind, they're down the road a little bit, but yeah, that's a big deal. You've got a big responsibility there, and it's really nice that you're able to take it seriously, and I know how it goes. I know. Sometimes it feels like you're on this hamster wheel. Sometimes it's a little bit of a strain, to keep up with everything and do everything that needs to be done. But is life supposed to just be some trip through Disneyland or walk through a park, or is it supposed to be easy? I don't think so. I think human life, is designed to be hard. It's designed to have challenges and obstacles and all kinds of intervening events. You get hit with something and you don't even know where it came from. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm sure that you teach them way more at home than they learn at school. I'm positive of that. Uh, yeah, the schools aren't really doing all that much, um, but it's something anyway. It's supposedly some kind of a positive event, and gives parents a little bit of leeway to do their own jobs and stuff, so they can keep that bread rolling. But yeah, it's like sometimes less is more. I mean, you know, it's like these wall boards behind me. I mean, we just went and we got these old fence boards and we planed them down, and they came out like that. I mean, they're not bad. They're good enough to use like that on the walls. So the painting up there, it came from Goodwill for like $9 or something. I found it. It's an original uh, oil on canvas, so it's pretty nice. But Dundee, how are you, man? We're getting the old crew back together here, man. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Peace. Yeah, much respect to you guys. I mean, you guys are holding it down and doing the right thing and trying to have some fun and just enjoy your lives and be decent human beings. And that's all we can do, right? Chip Diamond. Doing good, doing good, doing good so far. Uh, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Dundee. I hope he's okay now, or at least healing up good. Yeah, we got a lot going on. We got this documentary film that's going on. We've got, we got a lot of different projects. There's stuff that I'm inventing and putting together prototypes. There's all kinds of little projects, around the house, like do this, do that, fix this, fix that. a lot of activities on a daily basis. So, time is of the essence, really. And, but I'm definitely going to get back into the pushing the social media videos around a little bit. Hey, there's John Wolf. Glad to see you, John. Man, yeah, I was just saying that painting up there, we just got it, like, we didn't just get it, but got it from the Goodwill. It's oil on canvas. It's from this artist named Artemis. And yeah, it's nice, right? It's original. And Artemis apparently was a recognized artist back some years ago. I tried to do a little research and look him up. But yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, for sure. For sure, for sure. But everything's good. I mean, that's it. Pacific Northwest. I mean, I don't know what all's going on, but there's been a lot of air traffic. I mean, we live close to an airfield, and for the last 4 or 5 days, there's been just a lot of overflights, a lot of air traffic. So I don't know what's going on. Yeah, it seems like it is mostly military aircraft, carriers, and what do you call them? Cargo planes, and the bigger military planes. Few jets here and there coming in, going out. Mostly it looks like they're staging. I don't know. It just looks like they're, it looks to me like, it feels like something's going on. Like there's some kind of staging event militarily. It just feels like there's something in the air, like some precautionary staging. Maybe, I don't know, some supplies, or maybe they're just, loading up whatever bunkers or warehouses or whatever out here. I don't know for sure, but there's something's in the air, literally and figuratively. But who knows? I mean, the world is the world. It's like, I don't think it's gotten any worse. I think it's just been the same it's always been. I mean, a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion, a lot of misery and anguish and frustration, anger, suffering, death. That's, it's part of it. And we just have to figure out how to navigate our way around and make the most of it. Because right now, it's just about life. It's about living and at least trying to have a little fun with it, right? So, because like I was saying, my dad's ready to die any day. My mom is not in any better shape. She's on her way out. And it's like, okay, you get to a certain point and, it's time. It's time to go. It's natural. It's something that nobody wants, but what can you do about it? So you just try to do the best you can and let the chips fall where they will. But yeah, we're probably going to get over there. We're probably going to get over the East Coast and check on Mama. And I don't know if we'll try to see my dad again. Probably not. He's pretty much inaccessible at this point. Plus, he really doesn't know anyone anymore. I mean, he wasn't the kind of dad that was hands-on. He was always gone, always off on his own mission or his own thing. So it wasn't like he was and on the spot dad. My dad is 88, going on 89, and my mom is 86, and she's going on 87. So they're up there. They've, they've had their years, and now it's just, they're in that stage of old age where, you run into these major complications, and it's just how it goes. Just how it goes. I don't like the specter of old age. I really don't. But yeah, they've lived it in a good country at a good point in time. We were never like wealthy or anything like that. My dad worked construction most of his life. My mom worked as a waitress, and they were, for a time, they were involved really heavily in the Pentecostal evangelical movement, and then my dad kind of backslid out of that, and my mom continued on. So she's found a lot of comfort in that, and he just kind of went his own way, did his own thing, and he served honorably in Vietnam. He did 2 tours of duty as a volunteer, and won a Bronze Star with a V for valor. And he did some great things. He did some really great things in his life, and he had a lot more potential that was never realized. I mean, that's the thing that gets you, right? Is when somebody just jacks it all off. I mean, somebody that's got this amazing potential, these amazing capabilities, but they for one reason or another, they go off in a different direction, and they just piss it all away, and really don't even take any concern about it. That's what kind of leaves you with a question mark in your mind, like, what's up with this? But yeah, everything's great. Everything's good over here. Puppies are healthy, lively. I think they're sleeping right now, thank God. But yeah, they do make a lot of ruckus at night. We've got a kennel built for them. It's a 3-story kennel, so they can go from the first floor up to the second, and from the second up to the third. They've got ramps. They can go up and down, and they've got plenty of space. And my first duty in the morning is cleaning out their pens. So what I'm typically doing every morning, shortly after I roll out of bed, is I'm cleaning up dog poop out of their kennels. And I don't mind it at all. I don't mind it. It's not like it's something onerous or something that, I don't want to do. I like giving them a safe, clean, healthy habitat, and it's my duty to do it. And so I just do it. And I'm glad I have those opportunities. It's a lot better than rolling off a concrete bunk and hitting a concrete floor and, going to get some kind of a shitty food tray out of the slot. Now, Dom, we're keeping 2. We already rehomed 2 of them. She had 6. One of them died during birth. It was stillborn, and one of them died after birth because she laid on it, and we didn't realize she was laying on its head. Her hip was laying on its head for a while, probably a couple hours. We didn't realize it till it was too late. But she had 4 uh, healthy pups that survived, and we rehomed two of them, and now we've got two that we're going to keep with the parents. So we've got the parents, Emma, which is a Shih Tzu Maltese mix, and we've got Buddy, who is pure Yorkshire Terrier, the dad. And then we've got their pups, two of their pups, a male and a female. So that's Gracie and Liam. And they're really amazing little pups. They're really just lovable, adorable. Yeah, yeah. That one looks like Buddy. It's, he's got like a little bigger build. Like Buddy's bone structure is really a fine bone structure. It's really small. But Liam's got a little more of Emma in him. Yeah. Oh, man. If they have to go to the vet, man, oh, man. That's a big expense. Yeah, I don't doubt. $500. That's, yeah. I mean, that kind of expense, though, coming out of pocket, man, that's like, but you know what? If it's necessary, if it's necessary, you got to do it. You just got to do it. If it's necessary, you just got to do it. There's no comparison between the money and the duty, the responsibility, the love, the relationship, the place in the family. No. I know we accidentally fed Emma with something. We fed her some onions a little bit ago, maybe, I don't know, a month ago or something. And she like fell out. She went into this state where she wasn't like really conscious. She was just like breathing, and we were like, oh man, what do we do about this? And so we were calling all around, calling the veterinarians. We finally decided to take her to the emergency vets over here by the Walmart. And on the way there, we were doing a little bit more research, and we thought, man, let's just stop and get some activated charcoal. And we'll give her some activated charcoal first, because we knew she must have ingested something. We didn't know at the time that it was the onions that did it. But yeah, it certainly was. But the activated charcoal brought her around. She started to come back around, and, she just perked up again. And we were like, well, maybe we don't need to take her to the vet. Yeah, onions, Chip. Onions. Onions, dogs and onions don't get along together. It's like there's a list of things you're not supposed to feed dogs, and onions is one of them. Grapes is another. Chocolate's another. Certainly don't give them anything like Motrin or anything like that. But there's several food items that you're not supposed to give dogs. The onions really mess with them big time. And I didn't know that. I had no awareness. And, we fed her some hamburger meat that had onions chopped up in it. And she just ate it right down. They don't know. And a little while later, she was out. So, but we got that straightened around and didn't incur such a bill. Ooh, yeah, oh man. Yeah. Pomeranian Husky. That is a designer breed for sure. I can see that. The Pomeranians look like miniature huskies. They look like sort of like I don't know if they look like a Malamute. I don't think they have the eyes, do they? But they look kind of like a miniature husky anyway. And then yeah, come up with a kind of a mix of the two. I think that'd be really cool. Yeah, those are dogs are just such. Our dogs are our family. I mean, that's my family, man. Um, like I say, I don't have any kids, so. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. The different colored eyes. Yep, yeah. That's a big deal too. Man, I love those dogs. I love all the dogs, but it seems like there's certain. It seems like the well, there's some people who live around here that bring this big ass, like a looks like it's a cross between one of those Corso and pit bulls, a big pit bull and Corso or something. It's a big dog. It stands tall and it's it's just muscular all over, and it's just a puppy. I mean, it can't be more than 9 or 10 months old by the way it behaves. But those dogs are so strong, and they're so like unpredictable. I guess in my mind, anyway. I don't really trust them, and I can't put little Emma or little tiny Buddy out around a dog like that. I mean, the last time we took Emma to a dog park, this, mid-sized or medium-sized dog, a dude was playing fetch with it, and Emma went over and tried to get involved in the game, right? Started chasing the ball, and that dog just, attacked Emma. I mean, it didn't try to hurt her. It didn't really bite her or anything, but it scared the shit out of her. Made her yelp and run back between our legs and everything. So she stopped doing that. Oh, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, the gabapentin, they give that a lot for pain to the dogs. I mean, I've got a prescription for gabapentin right now. I never take it anymore because it makes me like angry and shit. And it doesn't do anything really for the pain. But I know they use it with I know they use it with the dogs quite a bit. A lot of veterinarians will prescribe gabapentin. Uh, yeah, I mean, I got a couple bottles of it over there. I don't even use it. It's you know I used to take it when I was yeah, I forget what period of time in prison I took it, but I took it for a while I was in prison. I think it when I was going to trial for the escape, and it just like it would make me like I don't know. It just it made me like angry or something. It just it took me out of my normal mindset and just it messed with my head more than anything else. Didn't do much otherwise, but at first when I first started taking it, I thought it was yeah, this is good medication for pain, but that quickly dissipated that idea. At any rate, yeah, it's probably about time for me to cut out and get back to uh, my work over here on my desk, and I've got a lot of stuff. Yeah, well, what they did, Marsfield, what they did when they cut us off of it, the Bureau of Prisons banned gabapentin for a time. I think it was like 2000 16, the Bureau of Prisons completely banned it throughout the Bureau of Prisons. Didn't last, but they did it. And so everybody that was on gabapentin got taken off cold turkey. And you're right. That was a harrowing experience. But Baum, we appreciate you, brother. Hope to see you back next week. I'll be back again live next week on Tuesday. And we'll have another conversation if you like. And Dundee, Chip, Marsfield, all you guys, be cool up there. You know, just do your thing. Keep stepping, keep your chin up, and keep doing what you're doing. Do what works and stop doing what doesn't. And you'll have a better life. It's kind of what I do. So appreciate you guys. Diggity dank. All right, brother. All right, everybody. I'm out.